if you have a program in mind you want to apply to, it is now time for you to make Google your friend. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you guys. If this is your first time here, please do not forget, subscribe below and make sure you like this video guys. Yes, thank you so much guys for understanding. I understand it is not your duty to do all of these things, but please like this video and subscribe or even share so that you can motivate me to make more content for you to watch. Thank you so much for understanding. And again, remember, if you like the video, YouTube is going to recommend to other people who are looking for similar content like this. Today's video, I'm going to be talking about studies in Austria, master's degree, bachelor's degree, and the complete process when you get your visa and you move to Austria. And I will also talk about interviews, admissions, jobs, and everything you need to know. First of all, why are you moving to Austria? I know before you start applications to universities, it might be that your budget is not enough to pay higher tuition fees in European schools. That is why, or in some European countries like in Germany, or Germany is even free, in UK, in Canada, the United States, where tuition fees are so high. And that may be one of the reasons. It might probably be because you want to be within the Schengen zones. It just depends on the reason you are applying to Austrian universities. Now, if you have a program in mind you want to apply to, it is now time for you to make Google your friend so that you start the application process, whereby you go to Google and search the universities in Austria. There are a host of universities in Austria you can apply to, including the University of Vienna, the University of Salzburg, the University of Innsbruck. There are a lot of them, alright, in Austria. Now, when you check these universities and you locate a program, you now need to start the application process because you finally got a program you want to study. Now, the next thing you need to do is to check the application process. What are the requirements for you to apply? What is the tuition fee that you are applying for the program? What are the application deadlines that you need to know in order to start the application? What are the documents that you need to upload to the online application? After you have gathered all this information, it is now time for you to create an account and start filling the online application. When you create the account, you are going to put in your details, your user's name, your password, your emails, and all the rest, your past education, your voluntary activities, your maybe working experience. You put all of that. It is going to now take you to a page where you have to select the program in which you actually had interest in. Now, when you select the program, you fill everything, you upload the PDF documents, you are now going to submit your application. When you submit your application to study in Austria, it depends on how long the university is going to assess them. Some private universities in Austria will take just maximum 2 weeks, while some public schools will take maximum 3 months to process your application. Now, after the application is out, you need to apply for the visa. Let me say after getting the admissions letter, not the documents. Now, but remember, before you even get the admissions letter, you may need to legalize your documents at the level of the Ministry of Education, at the level of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and at the level of the Austrian Embassy. But most schools will just need you to legalize them at the level of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and submit to them, while others will tell you to send original documents to us so that you can get your admissions letter. For example, the University of Innsbruck will always ask you to send originals through a post office or through DHL. I hope you understand. While others will tell you just apply online and you wait, like Vienna University of Economics and Business. Now, when you remember, I said there is a Skype interview you have to undergo, and most schools in Austria, at least 95% of the universities in Austria, will always have a Skype interview conducted on their students. But the University of Vienna doesn't have it, while the University of Innsbruck have it. Alright, so that is what you should understand about this. After you have gathered all the visa documents, remember the visa documents include a medical insurance proof of funds, alright, which I'll talk about. Then it also includes all your academic certificates, high school documents, understand. Then when you gather all these documents, you do the Skype interview and your documents comes to you. You can now book at the level of the visa. You have to pay a visa fee, all right? If you are applying for any school in Austria, you have to pay a visa fee at the Austrian Embassy. Now, when you pay this visa fee and you are going to the embassy to apply for your visa, you cannot send your documents to Abuja without going there yourself, all right? This is something I wanted us to know, so that, because I see a lot of people, they come to my DMs, they are like, can I send somebody? No, you can send somebody to do legalization, but you cannot send somebody to go and sign your signature when visa is coming. I hope you get it. Now, after you get your visa, you are then moving to Austria. Alright, you are moving to Austria, and when you are moving to Austria, put into consideration that before you even get that visa, remember there is proof of funds. I have talked about that multiple times. Now, when it comes to the online interview, alright, remember the University of Innsbruck, there is no interview, there is no Skype, but you have to send originals of your certificates. Alright, remember you need these originals to keep, and again, you will be using them for other things, so make sure the university sends back your certificate when the admissions letter. I hope you get the point. Now, when you successfully apply for the visa, for proof of funds, I have always said that money has to be in your own bank account and it must be 12,000 euros. That is trashed. And now, when it comes to job while you are in Austria, there are student jobs that a student is not supposed to work more than 20 hours a week, all right? There are jobs you can do, like in delivery companies, you can work with the gastronomy sector. Make sure you don't work for more than 20 hours because it's going to complicate the system. They notice that you are working for more than the number of hours given to you. It's a very big problem. They are going to blacklist your name. So you have to be careful, all right? You have to be careful. Now, understand that before you even move to Austria, there are certain things you need to do in your own application portal. Because remember, you applied for the university, they gave you an admissions, you had not accepted the offer. So you need to accept that offer in your email address or on the university's website. Always confirm your offer before you start moving. Because some people, when they apply, they will just wait, then after that they will be like, I will go and apply. No, it doesn't work that way. When you apply for an admissions, try to know more things about the university. Now guys, understand that for the jobs you are going to be doing in Austria, I already mentioned some of the things you will be doing. First of all, when you work, the minimum wage is like 10 euros, and as an international student you can save between 700 to 800 euros a month. Alright, that is good money. Aside of that, you pay your insurance and that is it. Alright, remember in Vienna, things are somehow a little cheaper than in other places, so you have to manage. Alright, now for the job part, I know some of you will be wondering that why that the language in Austria is not English. Is it going to be possible, or is it possible for international students to work? Yeah, it is very, very possible for international students to work in the English sector, or let me say require a lot of people to speak English. So the deficiency is going to come from people like Pakistani and Indians, because it is going to be somehow difficult for them, but not difficult, but everybody will get a job in as much as you speak English and understand. All right, that is something you should know. When it comes to the issue of accommodation, understand that for accommodation you are going to be spending between 250 to 300 or 350 euros every month. It all depends on which type of apartment you are living in. All right, so that is something you should know. Don't be like you want to live extravagant lives, because remember, you are trying to target something. The family is waiting for you back home, so that is something you should know. So accommodation is not that expensive, but if you spend more on other things, you are going to be needing more money for accommodation. That is it. Now for visa application, let me also start from here. Before you apply for the visa, you have to legalize your documents at the level of the Ministry of Education, Foreign Affairs. Alright, so if you haven't done that, you need to first of all book an appointment at the VFS office, then go there, give your documents for them to send to Austria. I hope you understand. Now, also understand that you have to pay for the visa. The visa will take maybe like 1 month to 2 months to be out, but legalization takes a longer time. So you have to start your legalization procedure very early if you move to Austria, alright? So that is what you need to know. I already spoke about the visa. I will still elaborate a little bit about it. There are certain visa types that you cannot apply from certain embassies. People have been asking me, is it possible to live in Austria and work after I finish my studies? Yes, when you finish your studies, the authorities are going to give you a 1 year working contract, all right, and with that 1 year working contract you can be looking for other things to push. Now you can live in Austria maximum 1 year when you finish your studies, all right. That is what they know, but I want to say that if you are smart, you can equally be living there while you get a job and you are working, and if you work for 5 years plus, that is direct citizenship, all right. And let me say, it is called PR is permanent resident. 5 years you get it, you can now gain citizenship, all right. That is how this thing is. In case you want to study in Austria, this is how the procedure works, and make sure you put money in your business, all right. What do I mean here? If you are studying in Austria and you have a business back home, make sure you invest in that business. In case anything happen, you come back home, you will still be enjoying your business as a student, all right. You are a student but you are a business person. So that is how you should go about it, and these are some of the things you should do. Note that for the English proficiency, it is not compulsory, all right. It is not compulsory, because I notice a lot of people don't understand. When you tell them on live videos that it's not compulsory, they will come back to you and be like, Milton, are you really sure? All right, I have done my part. I am telling you now what is there, and